Jeremy Hill said it, so we'll see this season coming up.
Back here too.
Matt Roberts, WVLA TV, Baton Rouge. Leonard, I just wonder, with all the interview requests and everything you got last year and the attention you get on campus, have you almost learned to embrace it just as kind of a way of life?
Well, yeah, I do, because it comes with the territory, especially at LSU. You know what I mean? It's everything coming my way, man. I enjoy it because it don't come around too often.
We'll go right here to the front.
Hey, Leonard, there's a possibility in 3 years you could be LSU's all-time leading rusher. Kevin Falk played 4 years. He was pretty good. Have you thought about that, and where would that, and your offensive lineman would like to accomplish it 4 years also?
I never really thought about it, but I believe with the ability and the talent we have on the O-line and with all the players on the team, we can accomplish that.
Right here.
Leonard, with the possibility of this being your final year at LSU, are you trying to soak everything in as SEC media days, the season, the time with your teammates, all that stuff?
Yeah, I really am, because like I said, college go by fast, man. I didn't realize that until the end of my freshman year, and then when I had my daughter, time was not stopping. So I kind of am soaking everything in.
Right here.
Hey, Leonard, right here at Casty Hill WCJB. You recently tweeted a picture of wearing a shirt with Alton Sterling's face on it. How much do you see yourself as a voice and someone who can really make a difference, make a change?
I believe my voice, it means a lot, especially in Louisiana. From me being raised from New Orleans, I think a lot, because that's just who I am. And then my whole message was, from the whole thing, just keep praying until change come, and I believe it will come.
Right back here.
Leonard, talk about last year, ran into the Alabama defense, kind of struggled a little bit in that game. What have you worked on in the offseason, get to that game this year, improve, and, what have you worked on to make all the games, that 130 average?
Yeah, what I can say, I'm looking forward to all the games pretty much. I'm not just putting a circle around one team, because we still have to get through many teams just to get to Alabama. So my main focus is keep the team composure, keep them ready, keep them in mind, always remind them that our record last year, we went 9-3 when we were working out, so they can go harder or get the extra rep that they need.
Right here.
Hey, Leonard, Steve Nissen, WEAR Pensacola. At the end of last season, when it looked like Les Miles might be done at LSU, what was your emotions like?
I mean, it was a soap opera, to be honest, because you never knew what was going to happen. You know what I mean? But his whole message to the team was, let's play for ourselves. But at the end of the day, that is our coach, and we play for him.
Over here.
Hey, Leonard, John Wilson with KBTX and College Station. A&M's entering their 5th year in the SEC. Is the series with them feel like it's developing into a rivalry that should be between two states that border each other?
I believe so, because with guys like Myles Garrett on their team, and I think they have a tremendous talent, and each and every day, we're looking forward just to play every team in the SEC.
Right over here.
Hey, Leonard, Brian Polk, Box 6 here in Birmingham. Kind of on the Les Miles question again. Do you guys feel like you're playing for his job going into this season?
No, sir. He's a great coach, and he's an even better person. So, nah, not at all.
Right here.
Hey, Leonard, Sierra Gibson, WAFB Baton Rouge. You mentioned Lyric earlier. How does being a father affect you as a football player? What lessons has it taught you?
I mean, overall, the lessons that it taught me. I mean, like every decision I make, it depends on her. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, any decision I make can affect her life. So before I make any decision, I think about her. Yeah. And she picked out as you can see, my attire for the day, and I think she did a good job.
Right here.
Leonard, in the other room, you told the writers that after the 7-0 start, your team kind of lost focus. Could you elaborate on what you thought happened last year after jumping out so fast? I
mean, you're in the SEC, one of the toughest conference you could play in, and to be undefeated, it's a good thing. So I think everything happened for a reason. I think we needed that, and so this year we're more focused, and we know what we have to do and what not to do in order to remain the team that we are.
Right over here.
Leonard, when we talked with Coach Miles a little bit earlier, he said every single game you're getting the ball a certain number of times. I'm sure you don't mind. Nobody would, but are there times where, depending on how the defense is setting up against you guys, where in your mind you feel that it might be better if the football's going elsewhere?
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not the coach, and maybe they see something different. You know, maybe the games is not gonna always go your way. You know, they're gonna have ups and downs. So I'd rather their decision over mine any day.
Right here.
Does this year feel different as far as a maturity standpoint? Yourself being a junior, Brandon being a junior, and a lot of seniors coming back?
Oh, it does to have 22 starters to come back, and just to know you have a lot of maturity on both sides of the ball. And on both sides of the ball, we're confident. So we're waiting to see when September 3rd come, what's going to happen.
Over here to your right.
Hey, Leonard. Chris Price, WBRZ Baton Rouge. I asked Trey White about, like, has he ever tried to tackle you one-on-one? He said he did, but he didn't want to talk about the results so much. I'm wondering who has hit you the hardest on LSU's defense?
I mean, the hardest I've got hit, I say Jamal Adams. Our freshman year, you know, we was kind of going at it in the first day of pads. So, you know, I was going back and forth, and he came out of nowhere and he hit me. So and he almost knocked my helmet off, to be honest. So I say he's probably the hardest person I went against.
And then going back to the Alabama game, Les was in here earlier, and he said that it was not a Leonard Fournette problem. It was an offensive line problem and scheme. How difficult was that to kind of process that? I wonder how you did process, you know.
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we're a team, and I don't mind if anybody put the pressure on me because I can handle it at the end of the day. So my whole goal was just to understand, you know, it's football. You know, it's not perfect. They're gonna have your ups and downs in us. So we just have to keep moving.
Leonard, your teammates here today said national championship or bust this year. Is that the way you view it also?
Oh yeah, is either that or go home.
Hey, Leonard, following up on who's hit you the hardest from LSU, who's hit you the hardest from an opponent?
I mean, everybody gonna say Reuben Foster, but I really didn't feel the hit. So, you know what I mean? So I say nobody really.
Nobody's.
Nah, I don't run high enough to get hit that hard.
But speaking of getting hit, you play Florida every year. What about that defense in particular is tough to get through?
I mean, they're very athletic. You know what I mean? Everybody's fast. So it's pretty much it's gonna be a fist fight the whole game. You know, until the quarter's over.
You seem to like to call them out a little bit on social media before and after those games. Is that game a little bit more special, a little bit more
it's not to me. It's for the DBs, to be honest, because they always going back and forth. But at the end of the day, that is my teammates, and I'm gonna defend them no matter what.
Back over here.
Nick Gould with CBS 42. Last year, for first 2 months, you were the Heisman frontrunner. I mean, that was the consensus, it seemed, nationwide. And then coming into this year now, how does last year and knowing that you have that ability to go after that award with you and your teammates, and is there a desire to win that and bring that to LSU?
I mean, our main focus is national championship. Any individual award for anybody on the team is gonna come. So I'm just focused on winning the national championship.
Hey, Leonard, going back to the Alton Sterling discussion, I wonder when you guys talked about it as teammates, did you guys talk about stuff that maybe hadn't been brought up before? I don't know that, you know, racial.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Coach Miles does a great job with handling those type of things with the team, and we have had 2 meetings as a whole to see how everybody was feeling about the whole situation that was going on. So I think he did a productive job with that. I mean, just like any team meeting, everybody has shared their feelings about what was going on, and we had to just get bypast it.
Leonard, you had a lot of big games last year, a lot of highlight runs. I wonder, the Auburn game, where does that one rank for you? And how often do you get asked
Well,
about
I'm saying everybody talk about it a lot, so I guess it'll be number 1 just because. But it was a great game. You know, I really didn't notice what I did until the game was over. So it was a special moment for me.
Right here.
Carmelo Anthony put out the tweet or an Instagram message about how high-profile athletes, encouraging them to talk about these social issues. He was talking about the pro guys, but from your perspective, did you kind of see that from your own, and do you also see that from other high-profile guys as something, as a good tool to use your platform to do, or is that just a personal thing for you?
Yeah, I believe it is, because, in any major program, certain athletes have the voice to talk about certain things, and I think it's better for the athletes who are doing something great in the community just to talk about it.
Any more questions? Last one right here.
Leonard, it's rare that college football fans, that the team they're not rooting for, they like another guy. What's it like to get feedback from other fans across the country? Leonard, we love you. We think you're great. I mean, you took pictures with opposing cheerleaders and stuff last year.
I mean, well, what I can tell you, man, throughout my years here, I just been enjoying it. And the cheerleaders, you talking about the Texas Tech cheerleaders? I mean, they was talking crazy. You know what I mean? How they say it was gonna whoop us and this and that. So it's just fun, and I'm a likable guy. I have to me, I think I'm cute. I don't know about to y'all, but I'm cute to myself. So I just been enjoying it. That's all. Yeah, Mississippi State too. Yeah. You can say that.
Wow, what a way to end.
Thank you.